Welcome to the new episode of Chai Pe Kharcha. It is a very interesting episode this time around. Firstly, it's me and Madhvesh in this episode. What we are going to do is have a guest in, but the guest is not human. The guest is a AI which is going to answer the questions based on the transcripts from our previous episodes. So what we have done is built a RAG system where we fed the transcripts and we hope to get answers that we have already discussed in previous episodes. Now, this is not a foolproof system and we didn't take a lot of time to improve the precision of the RAG. So expect answers which are not on point, but it was a very interesting experiment that we wanted to try out and we wanted to share with all of you. So without further ado, let's start asking the questions to the AI, and then me and Madhvesh will comment on the efficacy and the accuracy of that solution, and maybe reminisce some of the episodes where we actually did that discussion.
If you at all find this interesting, like if you have any more questions that we can ask, please send us through comments. That's going to be very interesting. So this is our perspective from our episodes, but you'd like to listen your comments and thoughts as well.
Yeah. No, that's it. Actually, that's a very good point, because something that we had also discussed offline was, can we make a chatbot out of this, which we can expose publicly so anyone can use this at any time. And yeah, we'll also then invest more time in refining the RAG and making it much better than what it is at this point.
चलो 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 करते हैं क्या बोलते हैं ये.
First question. So we had prepared a few questions before the recording, so we have some in line. What's the first question? Okay, what are the top expenses for NRI parents? Let's check out what's the answer.
We used ChatGPT's read aloud feature to make the AI voice.
Based on the context, it can be inferred that the top expenses for NRI parents include 1. Diapers. Sid mentioned that diapers are very expensive and a significant expense for him as a parent. 2. Education. Sid noted that education expenses are more expected as the child grows up. 3. Toys. Sid highlighted that toys become a reliever for young kids and can be a significant expense. 4. Medical bills. Sid pointed out that medical bills were a significant expense for him as a parent. 5. Travel. Rohit mentioned that travel expenses can be significant, especially when NRI parents want to visit their family in India. These expenses may vary depending on individual circumstances and the stage of the child's life.
Okay.
तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है.
So because it's only taken keyword as parents, it's not understood ki is it NRI as a parent या NRI के parent. So last one is NRI के parent का कैसे?
Parents वाला एपिसोड भी I think आपने जो डिस्कस किया था कि ये सब खर्चा पे बढ़ा सकता है, बट आपने नंबर नहीं डाला, तो इसलिए उसने डायपर पहले डाल दिया, मेडिकल बिल्स पीछे डाल दिया.
Okay, question 2. Question 2 is, can you rank countries based on different aspects for NRIs? What did we think about the question? And what did we think when we drafted this question?
I think the idea was कि is the AI able to tell us कि AA country का AA aspects अच्छा है, AA अच्छा नहीं है, इसलिए ये पहला रैंक आएगा, ये सेकंड रैंक आएगा. But I'm not sure कि वो इतना कर पाएगा कि नहीं.
Let's see.
The conversation, the advisor, Avinash, considers several factors while advising NRIs, including 1. Taxation. Different countries have varying tax structures, affecting the financial outcomes for NRIs. 2. Liquidity. The ease of converting investments to cash without significant loss of value. 3. Geographical considerations. The location's stability, economic prospects, and relevance to the NRI's circumstances. 4. Currency depreciation. Check the impact of currency fluctuations on investments. Although a direct ranking of countries is not provided, the conversation suggests Singapore, Favorable due to country-specific taxation and lack of global taxation. Middle East, mentioned as having a different, potentially less favorable taxation structure. India, discussed with its own set of taxation rules and considerations. The ranking of countries for NRIs depends on their individual circumstances, investment goals, and priorities. A comprehensive analysis of taxation, liquidity, and geographical considerations is necessary to determine the most suitable location for an NRI.
Think it
Any
just
problem?
takes the top, it just stops there. Because हमने काफी pros and cons discuss किया. For each country we had different episodes. In fact, we had made a series, the global cities. But I feel like the AI did not even reach some of the transcripts.
हाँ नहीं
आपको क्या लगता है?
हाँ नहीं वही है क्योंकि अपन ने वी ओनली सेड कि टॉप 3 रिजल्ट्स से निकालने हैं वो है पर इवन दैट इट डिडंट गेट एग्जैक्टली राइट क्योंकि
हाँ
3 कंट्री में से एक तो इंडिया बोल दिया उसने
हाँ एंड मिडिल ईस्ट का बोल रहा है टैक्स अच्छा नहीं है.
टैक्स अच्छा
इनफैक्ट
नहीं
ऑपोजिट.
तो दिस इज अ फेल
हाँ
didn't get this one right.
डेफिनेटली हाँ
Yeah.
कंफ्यूज हो गए.
Okay, a very tough question also. ठीक है. Next question. Which asset class is preferred by NRIs? So here, if I remember correctly, what we were thinking is कौन सा investment product
हाँ
is preferred.
कि रियल एस्टेट में करें कि स्टॉक्स पे करें म्यूचुअल
Correct, correct.
फंड.
Let's see क्या बोलता है.
Based on the conversation, it can be inferred that NRIs prefer investing in real estate in India. However, it is not explicitly stated as a preferred asset class. The conversation highlights the importance of considering factors such as liquidity, taxation, and management of physical assets when investing in real estate as an NRI.
Yeah, this is also a sort of a fail because बोल रहा है real estate. We
मुझे
discussed, there were a few episodes on real estate, but I don't know whether because a lot of our episodes were mutual funds, stocks.
यस तो मुझे लग रहा है वो पहला क्वेश्चन गलत था. ये क्वेश्चन आंसर इनकम्प्लीट लग रहा है. ये वो जस्ट रियल एस्टेट का जो 2 लाइन बताया वो तो ठीक ही था बट उसके एंड इट हैड मोर इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग अदर एसेट क्लासेस.
That's
तो इनकम्प्लीट आंसर है बहुत. तो
That's-
पहली
क्योंकि ये वेक्टर सर्च कर रहा है ना जस्ट
हाँ
फॉर कॉन्टेक्स्ट फॉर नॉन टेक्निकल people or people who are not into it. It's trying to find the distance between the questions text and the transcript में all the text. So it also depends on how we are phrasing the question. Maybe in one of those conversations we might have specifically said कि real estate is an asset class.
यस
Okay, next one. What is an ideal fire number for NRIs? ये तो अपना favorite question है almost. हर episode में पूछते हैं. So we should get a good answer on this.
Based on the conversation, it seems that the ideal fire number is not a fixed or universal number, but rather a personal and dynamic target that depends on individual circumstances, lifestyle, and goals. The discussion revolves around Indians living in India, and the fire numbers mentioned range from 6.25 CR to 20 CR. However, there is no specific mention of NRIs, non-resident Indians, or their ideal fire number. It's essential to consider factors like location, expenses, inflation, and personal goals when determining a fire number, which may vary significantly for NRIs compared to Indians living in India.
This one, it almost picked up verbatim from
हाँ
episodes.
I think 80% there this answer. So only Indians ही बात की है but
Because this was amongst us as the episode जब addressing each other as NRIs ना.
हाँ ये तो good answer था. So
This
probably
was
the score now is 2 out of 4.
two
ये
out of
पहले वाला
Okay, how should NRIs approach personal finance? Till
तो it is an essence of our podcast कि क्या कर.
correct. ठीक है.
NRIs should approach personal finance by first having a term insurance and a health insurance, with one health insurance in the country they are currently living in and one in India. They should also have an emergency fund in place, with one fund in the currency of their current country of residence and one in Indian rupees. Additionally, They should have goal-based investments, such as education or retirement. Once these basic requirements are met, they can focus on wealth creation. It is also important for NRIs to consider factors such as liquidity, taxation, geographical considerations, and currency depreciation when making investment decisions. Working with a financial advisor can also be beneficial in helping NRIs make informed decisions about their personal finance.
And this is, yeah, I think Rohit ने कोई episode summarize किया था with this, or he answered someone with it. I can't remember. Maybe Varun वाले episode में he had done that. Yeah.
तो इसमें I can see कि scope है, इसको और अच्छा कर सकते.
Man, if we can maybe use a better embedding model, if this was off the shelf, we just use Llama Index or free APIs from a few places to get this done. If we put an investment, I think this has a lot of scope.
कोई listeners को बोल रहा हूँ कि आपको कुछ interesting लगा कि इस पे कोई और questions पूछ सकते हैं.
Points में आप ये भी बता सकते हैं कि आप अगर कोई AI solution use कर रहे हैं भी personal finance के, and there are tons of them. It would be interesting to see if you have come across or are using some of these solutions. Perfect. Okay. I think this was a good test. We wait for feedback to see if we want to invest more in this area. But definitely an interesting exercise for us to do. Cool. Thank you. And stay tuned for the next episode at Chai Pe Kharcha.